The legacy I would like SAP to have going forward in terms of youth and social development is really, we are at a critical time in our country and our continent's history, where youth unemployment is probably the biggest challenge that we are facing, and something that I find such a complex topic to handle. And while no one on their own, whether it be private sector or public sector, can address this topic and solve it for everyone, I think what I want SAP to be remembered for is the contribution we have made to be able to deal with youth unemployment. Specifically talking about our two key flagship programs, which is a Young Professionals program, where we look at graduates and skilling them with both technical and soft skills, as well as our second program, which is Educate to Employ, where we take unemployed individuals between 16 and 24, and we provide them again with both the soft skills required to be marketable in the ICT and broader industry, as well as the technical skills that they require to contribute valuably to the economy. I think where we have had success in the private-public partnership as SAP is where we work to our strengths, which is we are within the ICT area, and so we do understand the skills required to support a digital transformation within our customer base and the larger economy. So having said that, our two key programs, which is YPP, Young Professionals Program, as well as Educate to Employ, really focus on where we can contribute by ensuring that we provide these youth or our youth with key skills required to contribute positively to the economy. I think that making sure that we are creating fertile ground for women to lead in future starts at the very beginning. So we must look to education. Now, SAP is involved in Girls for STEM, where we work with young students and stay with them as they progress through education to ensure that they are focusing on science and numeracy and so on. And I think it's very important that at the level of primary and tertiary education, secondary and tertiary education, that we promote the idea with women that there is no boundary, that they are basically able to imagine and manifest what it is that they believe will bring value to those around them, as well as where they can see self-actualization and be and see their big possibility. And I think by instilling those values within girls at a young age, they will grow into mature women who are able to positively contribute. So I think when people talk about AI, they talk about it in broad senses. With SAP, we are specifically looking at business AI, which means that we build according to our governance and guidelines around our 3 Rs. And we make sure that we are building relevant, responsible, and reliable data, which comes from the core transactional data from our ERP systems and our broader line of business systems. And when we look at business AI, what we are looking at is ensuring that we keep the integrity of the contextualized data as we move it up. This is only available then to those users within the authorized levels. So having said it, SAP is very specifically focused on business AI and not the greater AI conversation which others may have. And within that, there is clear rules around how to make sure that we are serving our customer base reliably with relevant information. And this is important for us to continue not only globally, but we do this also locally. We are very honored to be able to host a parallel event to the G20 summit that is currently happening in Southern Africa at the moment. And of course, what we hope is that we give the platform and the think space to those change makers, policy makers, and innovators to be able to discuss the pertinent issues that are facing our country and to ensure, and the continent as a whole, and to ensure that we come up with real action that can make a difference to the lives of many people who require something different to happen in this country and in the continent.